Good morning, Downshift Pass Nation. My name is Chad and thank you for checking out another one of my car reviews. Now, if you are new to the channel, I'd like to welcome you. If you are not new to the channel, then welcome back. For all my newbies, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification bell as well so you can be notified as soon as we post new car videos. And guys, let's go ahead and hop into what we are looking at today. This is the 2020 Jaguar F-Pace Prestige Trim Level 2.5T. Of course, we are going to do our exterior tour, interior tour, then we're going to do my favorite, which is go for a drive. And then at the end, guys, I do have a stereo test, so make sure you hang around for that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and just hop right in, taking a look at the side profile of this car. Now, this being the Prestige trim level, those wheels are the standard wheels that comes on this trim level. They are a 19-inch. You can go anywhere from 18 up to 22 inches actually. Looks pretty good. I love that spoiler on top. The Jaguar badge looks really good. You do have your chrome exhaust tips. This is a power lift gate as well. Those tail lights are lifted straight from the F-type coupe and convertible. I think they look amazing. Back over to the side profile again. This car does have a panoramic sunroof that I think aids in the airy feel of the cabin. And this front end is properly Jaguar. It's everything you know a Jaguar to be, from the headlights to the grille. Looks like the XC and XF sedans that this car is actually based off of. Here is the key, pretty familiar Jaguar key. And let's go ahead and take a look at the cargo capacity. So Jaguar says this car has 33 cubic inches of cargo capacity back here with the seats folded up. Now with the seats folded down, they're saying that it has 63 cubic inches, so pretty average for its class. It's a 40-20-40 folding design. If you do want to fold them down, you just pull this handle here and they fall right down. Now let's take a look at what's under the hood. If you want to unlock the door, you just put your hand on the handle, it'll unlock. If you want to lock it, there's a little indentation. You just put your finger there and it locks right up. All right, guys, so under the hood, this is Jaguar's, even though it's called the 2.5T or 25T, this is actually a 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine. It's making 247 horsepower, 269 pound-feet of torque. Matted to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now, Jaguar says this car will go 0 to 60 in 6.6 seconds. And while it's doing it, it makes some pretty interesting noises. I'll let you guys listen to that. So yeah, tell me what you think down in the comments of the exhaust note from this car, or engine note, because I think it's a little bit more engine noise than exhaust, but tell me what you guys think as well. All right, let's go ahead and hop in the interior. All right, guys, hopping into the back seat of the Jaguar F-Pace here. Now, one thing I think is pretty neat is this one does have the optional power reclining rear seats. So if you want a little bit extra level of comfort, you do have that. And let's just go ahead and hop right in and talk about the space. Now, Jaguar says that this car has 37 inches of leg room in the rear. It feels there about that. It's a little on the tight side if I had to be honest. I'm 5'8". I do have the driver's seat in the seating position that I would be in, and my knees are right at the seat. It's not too uncomfortable back here. The seats are a little on the firm side. I don't know if over time and usage they will soften up. But other than that, you do have your rear heated seats. This one has a 12-volt outlet as well as 2 USB chargers. You have your 2 air vents back here, a nice armrest with 2 cup holders, and then of course this panoramic sunroof which goes all the way to the back, which I absolutely love back here. It gives it that open, airy feel, especially on a black cabin that I think anybody would appreciate. All right, the front seat of the F-Pace. Let's go ahead and get it started up. I love this pulsating start stop button here before you start the car. And as soon as you start the car, you have this nice little animation from the transmission, which I think is really nice. Now you do have your power folding mirrors. Of course, you have your automatic windows, 3-person memory seats, all your steering wheel controls. This one does have shift paddles as well. And take a look at that dash. Jaguar calls it the driver information display, and it's, I mean, so customizable. It's amazing how customizable it is. So many different menus and options. I can make a whole video just based on that alone. It's actually a 12.3-inch screen, and then your infotainment system is a 10.25-inch screen. Now you do have your driver and passenger climate controls, heated and cooled seats. This does have a reverse camera as well, and you can change the camera modes. It has a 360 monitor, so it has cameras in the front, rear, and on the sides. Parking sensors as well. Nice glove compartment as well. It's not lined with felt, which I was pretty surprised to see from a luxury vehicle. This one does have the Meridian surround audio system, which we'll get a little bit more into in the audio test. It's a 16 speaker system. Sounds pretty good. All right guys, let's go ahead and hop into the drive of this thing. Now again, this transmission turnstile here, you just twist it to your desired driving position. We'll go ahead and buckle up and head on the way. Just cruising along here, guys. I think the number one thing that I noticed about this car is the amount of road noise that actually comes into the cabin. I was actually surprised by it. It's not the quietest mid-size luxury SUV out there. I wish I was able to check the decibel level so I can give you guys an actual number, but definitely make sure you take it on the highway if you are in the market for this car. Other than that, guys, the car drives pretty nicely. All Jaguar F-Paces are all-wheel drive, so if you're in the colder climates or snowy climates, there is standard all-wheel drive out there for you with this vehicle. All right, guys, as I said before, the 2-liter inline turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, 247 horsepower. I don't want to say it feels underpowered, but if power is important to you, I definitely would go ahead and go for one of the bigger engine options. They have a 3-liter, and they also offer a 5-liter, which is the really high performance variant of the F-Pace. Now you'll notice on the highway, this car is a pretty nice compliant ride. It's definitely not too softly sprung, but it's also not too rough. It's like a perfect mixture right in the middle. There is a lot of road noise coming in. That's one thing that I actually was surprised with this car. I think the Mercedes is definitely a lot quieter. The GLE, I haven't had a chance to drive the GLC. And I mentioned them both because this car kind of falls in between. It's a little bit of a tweener. It's the price of the GLC and say a Mercedes-Benz GLC and say like a BMW X3, but it's the size of their larger variants, which is the X5 and the GLE. So you kind of get the space of the larger ones at the price of the smaller ones. All right guys, let's go ahead and take a listen to this stereo here. All F-Paces come with a Meridian stereo. They do have an optional Meridian surround stereo, and that's what this one has. It has 16 speakers, 2 subwoofers. Sounds pretty good, so let's go ahead and check it out. right, guys. I actually absolutely love this stereo. I think it's probably my favorite part of this car. This particular one has a ton of different options, that stereo being one, and that's one I definitely would spend money on. All right, guys, and just rolling into my final thoughts of the Jaguar F-Pace. If you're in the market for a premium midsize SUV and you don't want to break the bank, you know, spending all your money on an X5 or the GLE, you need the size but not all the price, then I definitely would check this one out. Now, granted, this one is also not a cheap vehicle, but when you look at feature for feature, you're actually getting quite a steal. It drives really well, has nice options, it has great technology, infotainment system, your driver display here. If you wanted adaptive cruise control, you have that option, adaptive suspension. If you wanted a larger engine, just anything, you do have the option to move on up. But as far as a good starter luxury SUV, I think this is one of the better ones on the market, especially with the styling and all that you get with it. All right, guys, this has been another Downshift Pass review. If you've enjoyed this review, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can be notified as soon as we post new videos. Definitely leave any comments that you guys have about this car or anything else that you would like to see reviewed on the channel. Thank you for watching again. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.